Hey, Mayor Rob Campbell here. It's Friday, part of our Friday update. I was meeting with Minister Jeff Carr and Minister Mike Holland. Jeff, what's your portfolio with government?
Well, I am the Minister of Transportation Infrastructure, and what I've been really focusing on in the last number of weeks is getting out to see the mayors and local MLAs, seeing what our issues are locally, and really coming up with forging a relationship forward, I guess, and improving those discussions, but building a team effort, I guess, with all of these folks that we meet along the way, and understanding what the infrastructure deficiencies are in the area and how we can together bring a plan together, long-term, short-term successful plans on, focusing on strategic corridors for tourism, strategic corridors for industry, and strategic corridors really for recreation as well, that each community holds near and dear to their hearts. So we had a great discussion today on some of those things.
Yeah, we did. And so Jeff, you used a couple of words there. You used the word relationship and you used the word strategic, which both are near and dear to me, because part of, we can't be yelling and screaming about our problems if we don't have the relationships and we don't talk about things. So what I really appreciated is, you've been open and transparent. We've had conversations. You've been willing to come down to the community. You toured. So, for our residents, Jeff took the time. We went out and looked at, the areas that need to be improved on. Again, Mike, I'll let you add to that, but we have the commitment on relationship. The first thing on anything, like, in your homes, with your families, is that open dialogue, the conversations. It's bringing you out here to see the problems firsthand and really understanding them. So on that, we're working collectively on various items. For instance, the washout at the 106 near Park and Larson. So Jeff, I've got your commitment that obviously we got the temporary bridge in. Thank you, and that was record time by that. I really want to give thanks when that happens. We can give give a hard time about things, but we have to give thanks when good jobs are done. But on that, I've got the commitment from Jeff.
Yep.
That we're going to get that Main Street reopened this summer. Right. So that commitment, and I thank you for that, because that's really important to me around relationships. I've got somebody to call, and I will hold Minister Carr.
He will call you. He will call.
I will call.
Yeah.
And by that, as residents, keep reaching out to us, and I'll provide information on to reach out to DTI. By that, but Minister Carr and Minister Holland, they visited the washout. They went through the subdivision, which was affected by traffic. They visited the P380 bridge, which again is the bridge that goes from Salisbury up into the Coverdale area, or vice versa. That is a tourism corridor, and it's not just, it's an economic corridor. It's something that our residents use daily, but Minister Carr definitely understands that from a strategic perspective on our community. And they also visited the up by the Reeder Road, the 106 that goes out, that's got a potential washout. But then keep in mind, we're the town of Salisbury now, and we have all these outlying areas that there's road concerns. We had conversations about that today. We viewed some different videos that were provided by residents, and again, on that, Minister Carr has talked about strategy and prioritization, and we're gonna be going through and ranking in all the different areas and prioritizing things. And obviously getting our Main Street opened up fully is in my opinion priority number one. Getting the P380 bridge is priority 2, and then all the other areas. But again, we will work together on that, on the strategy and mapping that all out. And Mike, I really want to thank you for I guess the partnership and the collaboration, and taking my calls, and obviously you take calls from residents.
Oh, 100%. And I'm excited today to be here as your MLA, not as a minister. Jeff is somebody that I work with as a colleague. I was very pleased, and thank you for coming into the local area here. And Rob, you and I have talked about how Salisbury is not just a community, it is part of a much larger part of our overall strategy for tourism, economic development, and growth. So you've got my continued support as we continue to enhance and build and grow. It was really good. We had a great meeting, and the folks within the area need to know that this was a very productive morning where we had a chance to talk about challenges, but we very quickly transitioned into the opportunities, and we feel very good about what the future holds for us here.
We do, and you know what? We talked about more than just roads. We talked about schools. We talked about all of the things in our area. We talked about tourism, economic development, all the things that are important as members of
land development.
Land development, exactly.
Right.
We talked about that as well. Again, I really appreciate the time. Again, from a relationship perspective, we can't forge forward. We don't have conversations. And again, from the residents, please continue to talk to me, and I will continue the conversations with our government. And please know that Salisbury is on the radar. We are being talked about. We're getting things done, and we're going to continue to do so with a great partnership.
100%.
So,
Thanks for your partnership.
thank
guys.
you. Anyway, appreciate it.
Rob,
Thank you very much.
Minister.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Happy Friday, and just another thing, please stay warm this weekend. Please take extra caution. Stay inside if you can, and again, if you have any challenges, opportunities, please, or not opportunities, please reach out. Please be safe this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take care.
Take care.